Hello and welcome to our Management Information Systems Group Project presentation. We are Group 23 and we have decided to complete Option 2. Firstly, we shall introduce you to our group. The group consists of Laura, James, Emma, myself and Amy. Here is a brief overview of what we'll be covering in our presentation. We will explain our business model and will then explain the potential strategic value of IT to our company. We will then explain managerial and technological issues in selecting computer hardware, software and information systems for the company. We will then discuss our data model for the information systems database with an ER diagram, which we will explain. Our SQL query will then be explained along with our expected query result. And finally, our digital dashboard will be discussed with a detailed example. Our business is called Chaussure, which is French for shoe. Our business is an online shoe outlet store which sells formal shoes and accessories by big brands at low prices. This is so that we can reach our target market of young business professionals aged 18 to 25 who need formal clothing but have limited funds. We chose the name Chaussure because it has connotations of elegance, sophistication and style. Our suppliers would send their products straight to the consumers, hence allowing us to operate at a low cost and make revenue by selling our products at a small markup, but still below original retailing prices. We also plan to make revenue by selling the blank space on our website as advertising space to formal clothes stores, as this could complement our products without being a threat. Here is a picture of our website. As you can see, our website creates value by being easy to navigate and our products are available at attractive prices. Now we will explain the strategic value of IT to our company. We will start with a direct quote from Management Information Systems, Managing the Digital Firm for Value Chain Model. Highlight specific activities in the business where competitive strategies can be best applied and where information systems are most likely to have a strategic impact. Lorden and Lorden 2014. Using the value chain model for Chaussure shows how information systems can be used effectively, which brings strategic value to Chaussure. For example, the value model chain shows primary activities and secondary activities. With these activities categorized into two sections, shows which category information systems shall focus on the most to bring a value to the business. Our business is an online business, so we don't have to worry about buying stores or rent. So we have a relatively low startup cost. By using the internet, it reduces our barriers to entry such as a sales force, channels and physical assets. This refers to Porter's 5 forces model, which has been adapted to how the internet influences the industry structure. The IT system will also allow us to analyse our sales records. We can determine what are our best selling items and which are our worst selling. We can then purchase more of the top selling brands and perhaps scrap the poorly selling brands. We can also track what customers prefer, which brands if we know a certain customer favours a certain brand. We can then suggest other items from that brand or suggest similar brands, using data mining to encourage buying. The IT system also provides a certain level of security. The IT system will know how much stock we should have and how much money we should have. If the two values do not match up, we know there is stock or money missing. This can then be investigated to see if any money or stock has been stolen. Porter's 3 genetic strategies are identified by various combinations of cost strategy, high or low, and competitive scope, broad or narrow market. By using information systems in our company, we are using the combination of a cost and leadership strategy and focus strategy. The introduction of IT would help us to achieve low operation costs and minimise expenses, which would contribute to a lower profit margin. Therefore, this would bring strategic value to the business. Information technology plays a key role within Chaussure. As our company aids delivery of new products and services, managerial and technological issues have to be considered when deciding on computer hardware, software and information systems for the company to use. It is important to note that technological and managerial issues are all linked. The managerial issues that may arise when choosing software, hardware or a reliable system is to ensure that the information technological infrastructure fits with the business strategy of the company. After finding a reliable system, a manager has to ensure that they are able to protect themselves with security policies and plans. These policies and plans need to be in place to ensure intruders cannot gain access to important information. Managers must ensure that the system that they chose allows the company to follow the legal and regulatory requirements for electronic records. The technological issues that may arise is that they ensure that the technically secure, and this is a vital part to protect our company from hackers. This relates to the plan that Chaussure has the essential software, hardware and information systems with encryption for passwords and information saved on separate software so that it is not easily accessible and that it will not harm the company. Another issue is to block malicious software. This is more important as our company Chaussure is an online-based network, and if this software is affected, it will cause a problem as it will cause the company to close, meaning a loss of sales. In the ER diagram, we explain the different entities involved at each stage of the purchasing process. The first stage requires the customer to make an account. This will give them a username and a password and will then give them an automatic username ID. A customer can have only one account, but accounts can be made by many customers. The customer will also answer a few questions in order for us to learn some more information about them, like their title, email address, first and last name, mobile number, as well as their address. This will allow us to email the customers and update them on new products or send them some new promotional vouchers. The customer's account will also be secured by a password, and the customer will provide a security question. In the event of them forgetting their password, they can then answer the security question and be sent a new password to their email address that they supplied. A customer can view many products, and a product can have many suppliers. Each of our products also has a product ID. This will be a unique number which also describes the qualities of a product. For example, product ID 90060703. The first two numbers, 90, refers to the product code. The 06 refers to the supplier code. The 07 refers to the colour of a product, and the last two numbers refers to the size. This will mean each code is unique, and we can then ensure there is no mix-ups between the products and their codes. Products can also be found by other attributes via lookup tables. Each supplier also has a unique ID. This will allow us to contact them if we wish to purchase more stock. We will have the necessary information like the supplier name, email address, phone number, as well as the address of the supplier. The supplier is linked to products by a one-to-many relationship. This means a supplier can supply many products, but a product can only be supplied by one supplier. Once the customer has selected an item, it will then take them to their cart. It will show the product ID which they have selected with the quantity, amount and payment method. A product and cart are linked by a one-to-many relationship, as a product can only be in one cart, but a cart can have many products. Next is the payment stage. This is where they will enter their card details, security number and name. They will also be given an order number in which to track their package. A cart can be paid by many payments, but payment for a cart can only happen once. They then move on to order and delivery. This will confirm the payment ID, order ID, product ID, customer ID, and the delivery address, as well as a confirmation reference. Order and payment is linked by a one-to-many relationship, as one order can be paid for once, but payment can cover many orders. The last stage is delivery, which includes the quantity, order ID, payment ID, customer ID, as well as the delivery reference. This is linked to order by a one-to-many relationship, as a delivery can contain many orders, but one order can only be delivered once. Chaussure's SQL is based on the ER diagram previously mentioned. SQL has been created in Microsoft Access and consists of many tables. These tables are product table, account table, customer table, payment table, supplier table, order table, and delivery table. SQL also consists of lookup tables. These lookup tables are address type lookup table, product category lookup table, brand name lookup table, product color lookup table, and product size lookup table. These lookup tables are important in SQL as it allows data to be arranged to achieve nominalization. All of the tables and lookup tables in SQL are connected by one-to-many relationships. As you can see, there are many primary keys which are also foreign keys, and that is what links the relationships in SQL. We have made 4 queries in SQL, and we will now explain a few. This is our first SQL query. This query shows what happens when a customer goes onto Chaussure's website and enters a search criteria. A customer may select to shop, and this will open the product table in SQL. The customer could then select to shop in the women's shoe category. This would open up the product category lookup table in SQL and enter the criteria women's shoes. The customers can then select to view office shoes, which would open the brand name lookup table in SQL with the criteria office. Shoe color can be selected such as green, and this will open the product color lookup table and enter the criteria as green. And finally, the customer may select to view products in size 6. This will open the product size lookup table and enter the criteria 6. So this is what the query looks like in SQL view. All the tables and search criteria can also be seen in design view. This shows clearly how all the lookup tables are connected to the product table. When you search on the website for the criteria aforementioned, the search results show that there is one product in stock that fulfills that search, and this can also be seen in SQL in datasheet view, along with the product code. This example has explained how an SQL query happens behind the website that customers use. Here is another SQL query. This SQL query can be used by a manager who wants to see the amount of sales generated by Hugo Boss men's shoes that are blue. If we look at this query in design view, it is clear that the product table and product table's lookup tables are used along with the cart table. Here the criteria entered is the brand Hugo Boss in the category men's shoes with the colour as blue. The cart table is used to find the quantity of the products which fit the criteria and have been sold, and to find out the amount of sales that products have generated. The results of this query shows the manager that 3 products have been sold and the product IDs have been given. The results show that the quantity that had been sold of blue Hugo Boss men's shoes is 5, and the amount of sales that have been generated is listed, and this adds up to a total of £179.95. We have created a total of 4 SQL queries, and the other 2 that have not been mentioned can be seen in our report. Creating a dashboard allows a company to view key performance indicators at the same time, comparing and contrasting them to give the manager of the business information regarding their company. For our dashboard, we aim to look at the sales of Chaussure. We looked at the sales of 3 key areas: the category, the brand, and the area. The first diagram we can see is a bar chart showing the amount of sales compared to the 4 categories that we offer. This allows the manager of Chaussure to see what is contributing the most to the profits of the organisation. We can see that this is women's shoes. The second diagram that you can see is a tree map of the sales within the regions of England. As we are a company that offers accessories for professional wear, we can see that where the highest professional jobs are, there is more demand for our company. This is shown through the green area on the tree map. Seeing this, we can then focus our marketing to the darker red areas where we are attracting not as many customers. So by doing some market research, we can cater to their needs, improving our overall sales figures. The third diagram that you can see is a packed bubble chart of sales compared to the brands that we sell. Each colour represents a brand, and the bigger the bubble, the more profit it is making. This allows us to see that Office is a high demand as it is affordable and offers a wide variety of shoes. We can either invest more within this area, providing a bigger range, or using the information to try bring sales up for more expensive brands by marketing more to the customers that buy this. This is an overall of all three diagrams together in the dashboard. Each area can be seen and this can be compared to one another, giving a quick but insightful look for managers. On the right hand side of the dashboard there are filters or options that can be clicked on selecting certain information that is needed. For example, if a manager wanted to see the sales for North East, Hugo Boss and men's shoes, they can see all of this together as seen in the diagram. That's it for our video. We've been Group 23. Thank you very much for listening.